Hello, my name's Peter Towers. I'm the Managing Director of ESS BizTools. This afternoon, I'm joined by Jordan Lowry, the Managing Director of Blackstone Business Group. How are you, Jordan?
Very good, Peter. Thanks for having me here.
Jordan, your organisation has kindly offered some sponsorship support to the current campaign that ESS BizTools is conducting. We have a 50% discount that we are offering on our products, and you have made a couple of very good offers. The first one relates to employers who are the clients, obviously the accountants that we're primarily talking to, should ensure that their employment contracts are up to date. Can you give us an update of what's happening out there in the market?
Yeah, absolutely, Peter. Obviously, the reason for employment contracts to be up to date and solid is because it provides a legal foundation for the employment agreement between an employer and an employee. And a lot of times, especially our target market, which is people in the SME space, when they employ people, a lot of times it's on that handshake agreement or the documentation they put in place. It happens quite organically, and they don't enlist the help of professionals early on because they think that the nature of that relationship is usually done in good faith. The relationship is still strong and good, but what happens is over time, should that relationship sour or legislation changes, and if you're relying on that contract for something such as a restraint of trade, confidentiality, or things such as promotion or consent, it can lead to some big problems.
Okay. So businesses should have it reviewed. What should an accountant be saying to their client about this issue?
I think, Peter, a real part of doing something of value that accountants can do for their clients is to actually engage in a contract review, just to make sure that their contracts are up to date and that it does cover the things such as protecting an employer's reasonable business interest. One part of the contract that they would look at is the restraint of trade. A lot of times you'll hear people talk about restraint or non-solicitation and say, oh, do you know what, it's unenforceable. And a restraint of trade actually is unenforceable for two reasons. And the first reason there is you can't prevent the public from someone's services. And the second is you can't prevent someone from earning a living. However, a business can protect its reasonable business interests. And that's broken down into three areas, which is your client relationships, your supplier relationships, and your staff relationships. An example of that is say that you've got a hairdresser. She has an apprentice or two apprentices and a senior, has spent 4 or 5 years building up her business and a clientele. And what happens is that senior then decides, you know what, I'm going to start up a salon as well. And I'm going to take the 2 apprentices because, you know, we're girlfriends. We all hang out outside of work. And then all of a sudden overnight, that business owner, if there are not protections in place to protect those reasonable business interests, loses her clients, her employees, her business has changed overnight, potentially crippled. So that's just one industry, but it just shows that the importance of that down the track, alongside the NES and your employment policies and procedures, a contract is the first key step.
Okay. And Jordan, you're also offering a free contract review for our new subscribers.
Yes, absolutely, Peter. On that topic of the employment contract review, doesn't matter how many contracts, whether it's casual, part-time or full-time, as part of our offer, if there's absolutely no obligations, we'll send a full contract review for anyone that sends in their employment contracts. And for your new subscribers there, Peter, it is our pleasure. We'll give some detailed feedback, and obviously that's something that we can, with our second part of our offer, we can help your clients with, but there are no obligations, and it's our pleasure to help small business owners and accountants.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Jordan, for your contribution to this campaign that ESS BizTools is conducting at present. We have a 50% discount on our major product packages available to accountants, bookkeepers, and business advisors all over Australia. And I'm very proud to be associated with you in this campaign because you're offering to make your services available, as you've outlined today, to each of those new subscribers. So thank you very much.
Our pleasure, Peter.
Okay, thanks very much, Jordan. We'll catch you in the next few weeks, undoubtedly, in another conversation. Thank you.
I look forward to it. Thanks, Peter.
Bye-bye.